Good morning and welcome to Newsfirst Prime Time Sunrise.
Hello there, a very good morning and welcome to Newsfirst Prime Time Sunrise with me, Shane Silva. Let's start off with a look at your headlines. Disaster Management Ministry takes steps to provide relief to drought-affected areas. The supply of water to several areas in Colombo to be disrupted for maintenance work. Part of the road along Baseline Road to be closed for repairs. And Sri Lanka secure a place in the World T20 finals. On to your stories in detail. Now, the Ministry of Disaster Management states that steps are being taken to provide the necessary funding to provide relief to those who have been affected by the drought. Speaking to Newsfirst, Minister Mahinda Amaraveera had this to say.
There is a drinking water problem in several areas across the island due to the prevalent drought. So we have provided the necessary financial allocations in order to provide drinking water and water tanks for this purpose to all of these districts. In addition, we have asked for a report on the damage caused to farmlands. Therefore, we have already allocated 11 million rupees as relief for the Anuradhapura district as per the report compiled by the district's government agent. We hope to provide financial support for the other affected areas as well.
According to the Department of Meteorology, thunder showers and showers may occur across several regions in the country due to the inter-monsoon conditions. To give us a more comprehensive report on the day's weather forecast, we are now joined by duty meteorologist Anusha Varmasurya.
Inter-monsoon conditions are prevailing over the island. Powerful thunder showers will occur at several places over the country, particularly during the afternoon or evening. A few showers can be expected in the southwestern coastal areas during the morning too. There may be tempered localized strong winds during thunder showers. General public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize the damages caused by lightning activities.
Now, as mentioned in this morning's headlines, the National Water Supply and Drainage Board states that the supply of water to several areas in Colombo will be disrupted for urgent maintenance work.
Accordingly, a 10-hour water cut will be in effect from 10 p.m. today until 8 a.m. tomorrow in the Nugegoda area from the Nugegoda Junction on High Level Road to Vijayarama Road, Pitakote, Athulkote, Medihana, Udahamulla, Vijayarama, Pagoda Road, Navala, Madivela and Talpat Pitia. The areas of Maharagama, Borlasgamua and Kasbaba will also experience a water cut during this time. A 13-hour water cut from 9 p.m. today to 10 a.m. tomorrow will also come into effect in the areas of Matakulia, Kotahena, Modara, Muthavalla, Madampitia, Mahavata St. Catherine Estate and from the area from College Junction to the Kalalgoda Road.
Today marks the 9th day of Around the World in 40 Days, a goodwill tour organized by Sri Lanka Youth together with Newsfirst in order to promote the World Conference on Youth that will take place in May in Sri Lanka this year. Director General Manager Yasrat Kamal Siri brings us details on the day's proceedings from Beijing, China.
Around the World in 40 Days.
It is morning in Beijing and we see the public going to work and it's a very busy atmosphere. We will be heading towards the Sri Lanka Embassy in Beijing where a special meeting will take place which will include a welcome ceremony organized by the officials of the embassy. The Deputy Secretary of the National Youth Council in China, Jia Bao, and members of the council will also attend the event where discussions will take place between the delegates of Sri Lanka Youth and the Chinese counterpart, especially with regard to the activities of the youth, which is one of the main goals of this tour. Later on in the day, we will also engage in sightseeing. Tomorrow we are due to depart to Tokyo, Japan.
The police say that part of the road along Baseline Road from the Dematagoda railway station up to the railway crossing will be closed from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. today for maintenance work. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana stated that the same area will be completely closed from 9 a.m. tomorrow until 11 p.m. on Sunday for the same reason. In the circumstances, the police advise motorists to use the Baseline Road only up to the overhead bridge area. In the meantime, the Negombo magistrate has ordered the deportation of two French women who had the image of Lord Buddha tattooed on their bodies. The order was made after the two women were presented before the magistrate yesterday. The two women were arrested by airport police 3 days ago when they arrived in the island. They were placed in remand custody and their case was taken up yesterday. It was reported that the two women were on tourist visas. Sri Lanka secured a spot in the ICC World T20 final after beating the West Indies by 27 runs according to the Duckworth-Lewis method in the first semi-final of the tournament worked off in Dhaka, Bangladesh yesterday. Now winning the toss and electing to bat first, Sri Lanka got off to a solid start with Kusal Perera and Tilakaratne Dilshan putting on 41 for the first wicket. However, bad luck struck Sri Lanka as Kusal Perera was dismissed while Mahela Jayawardene was sent back to the pavilion for a duck and Kumar Sangakkara followed him with just a run to his name. TM Dilshan, who was somewhat resilience, was out for 39, leaving Sri Lanka at 91 for the loss of 4 at that point. Lahiru Thirimana and Angelo Matthews put on a solid performance to guide Sri Lanka to a competitive 160 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in 20 overs. Batting in reply, the West Indians lost their first 3 wickets for 34 runs. Big hitting Chris Gale was dismissed for 3 runs while Dwayne Smith scored 17. However, rain and hailstones to boot stopped play in the 14th over of the match with the West Indies on 80 for the loss of 4 wickets. As play could not be resumed, the game was called off, handing a 27-run victory according to the Duckworth-Lewis method to Sri Lanka. Angelo Matthews was adjudged the man of the match. Sri Lanka will face the winner of the second semi-final between South Africa and India, which is scheduled to take place today in the finals, which will be played on Sunday the 6th. In the meantime, Pakistan's Mohammad Hafiz has stepped down as the team's 2020 captain after their early exit from the World T20 tournament in Bangladesh. All-rounder Hafiz announced he was stepping down as the T20 captain and also as vice-captain of the Test and One-Day sides in Lahore yesterday after a meeting with the Pakistan Cricket Board.
टीम की परफॉर्मेंसेस रही उसकी तमाम तर रिस्पांसिबिलिटी
I take responsibility for Pakistan's performance. I think we played good cricket and we played bad cricket. I take the responsibility for every good and bad. We had a thorough discussion with Pakistan Cricket Board Chief Najam Sethi and I have decided to step down as captain. I will be available as a player for Pakistan Cricket Board and the Pakistan team. I will accept the role for all formats.
वो मुझे जैसे भी जिस कैपेसिटी में भी जो रोल देंगे मैं उसको निभाने के लिए पूरी तरह तैयार हूं.
When asked if he had also contemplated stepping down as head coach, former Test captain Moin Khan said his contract with the board was for 2 tournaments and it was over now. My contract is over now. It was for 2 tournaments. I tried my best to deliver with my team, captain and players.
And with that, we wrap up this edition of Newsfirst Primetime Sunrise. It was a pleasure having you with us, and we hope you have a great weekend ahead.
Hotline 0114 896 896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.